When was the Declaration of Independence adopted? July 4, 1776.
When was the Declaration of Independence adopted? This question is asking for a specific date that many people remember as a major moment in U.S. history. The Declaration of Independence is the document where the American colonies announced they were becoming a new country and would no longer be under British rule. That adoption date is July 4th, 1776. This is why Americans celebrate Independence Day every year on July 4th. It marks the moment the Declaration was officially accepted, and the United States began its story as an independent nation. A simple way to remember it is July 4th is like the country's birthday, and the year is 1776. So in the exam, the correct response is July 4th, 1776. Anyone is enough.
Quick recall. When was the Declaration of Independence adopted? July 4, 1776. What founding document was written in 1787? U.S. Constitution.
What founding document was written in 1787? This question is asking about a key year in US history. After the United States became independent, the country needed a strong set of rules to explain how the government should work and what powers it should have. In 1787, leaders met to write that main rulebook for the country. That founding document is the US Constitution. The Constitution explains the structure of the government, like Congress, the President, and the courts, and it helps guide how laws are made and how rights are protected. Here's a simple way to remember it. If a country is like a big team, the Constitution is the team's official rulebook. It keeps the system organized and fair. So, if you hear this question in the exam, you can confidently say, US Constitution. Anyone is enough.
Quick recall. What founding document was written in 1787? U.S. Constitution. What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803? Louisiana Territory. Louisiana.
What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803? This question is talking about a famous land deal in U.S. history. In 1803, the United States wanted more land so the country could grow. France owned a large area in North America at that time, and the United States bought it. That land was called the Louisiana Territory. Many people also simply call it Louisiana. Both names are correct for the exam. Here's a simple way to picture it. Imagine your home is getting crowded, and your neighbor has a huge empty yard next door. If you buy that yard, you suddenly have much more space. That is what happened to the United States in 1803. The country gained a large amount of land, which helped it expand westward. So, if you get this question in the exam, you only need to say one correct response. Louisiana Territory or Louisiana. Any one is enough.
Quick recall. What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803? Louisiana Territory. Louisiana. When did all men get the right to vote? After the Civil War, during Reconstruction, with the 15th Amendment 1870.
When did all men get the right to vote? This question is about an important change in U.S. voting rights. In the early years of the United States, not all men were allowed to vote. Over time, the country worked to expand voting rights so more people could have a voice in choosing leaders. This change happened after the Civil War. The Civil War ended in 1865, and the country entered a rebuilding period. That rebuilding time is called during Reconstruction. Reconstruction was when the United States worked on fixing the nation and making new laws to protect rights. One key change was made through the Constitution. It happened with the 15th Amendment. This amendment helped protect the right to vote for men, including formerly enslaved men, by saying voting rights could not be denied based on race. The year to remember for this is 1870, because that is when the 15th Amendment was approved. Here's an easy way to understand it. Imagine a rule in a group that only lets some people vote. Then, a new rule is added to make sure more people can vote fairly. That's what happened in the U.S. after the Civil War. So, for the exam, you can say any one correct line, 1870, or after the Civil War, or during Reconstruction, or with the 15th Amendment. Any one is enough.
Quick recall. When did all men get the right to vote? After the Civil War, during Reconstruction, with the 15th Amendment 1870. When did all women get the right to vote? 1920, after World War I, with the 19th Amendment.
When did all women get the right to vote?
This question is about a major change in U.S. history.
For many years, women worked hard to gain the right to vote, so they could have a voice in choosing leaders and making the country's future better. The easiest fact to remember is the year 1920. That is when women across the United States officially gained the right to vote. Another correct way to describe the time is after World War I, because this change happened soon after that war ended.
This right was given through a change to the U.S. Constitution, and that change is called with the 19th Amendment. The 19th Amendment is the rule that made it legal for women to vote nationwide, not just in a few places. Here's a simple way to think about it. Imagine a group where only some people are allowed to vote on important decisions. Then the rules change so everyone in the group gets a vote. That's what happened for women in the United States.
The law changed, and women gained the right to vote everywhere. So, in the exam, you only need to say one correct line, 1920, or after World War I, or with the 19th Amendment. Any one is enough.
Quick recall. When did all women get the right to vote? 1920, after World War I, with the 19th Amendment. When did the Great Depression start? The Great Crash, 1929, stock market crash of 1929.
When did the Great Depression start? The Great Depression was a time when the U.S. economy became very weak. Many people lost jobs, businesses struggled, and money was hard to earn. This tough time began after a major event in 1929. One correct way to say it is the Great Crash, 1929. This means the stock market fell suddenly and badly. Another correct way to say it is stock market crash of 1929. Both of these mean the same thing. In 1929, the stock market dropped fast, and it caused fear and big money losses across the country. Here's a simple everyday example. Imagine a big store suddenly shuts down, and many people lose their jobs at the same time. Then those people buy less, other stores earn less, and the problem spreads. The stock market crash worked like that, but on a huge national level. When the stock market crashed, Many people and businesses lost money, and the economy slowed down for years. So if you get this question in the exam, remember one clear line. The Great Depression started with the Great Crash, 1929, also called the stock market crash of 1929. Any one is enough.
Quick recall. When did the Great Depression start? The Great Crash, 1929, stock market crash of 1929. What major event happened on September 11, 2001 in the United States? Terrorists attacked the United States. Terrorists took over 2 planes and crashed them into the World Trade Center in New York City. Terrorists took over a plane and crashed into the Pentagon in Arlington, Virginia. Terrorists took over a plane originally aimed at Washington, D.C., and crashed in a field in Pennsylvania.
What major event happened on September 11, 2001 in the United States? This question is asking about a very serious day in U.S. history. On that day, terrorists attacked the United States. It was a planned attack that hurt many people and changed the country in a big way. Here's what happened in simple terms. Terrorists took over 2 planes and crashed them into the World Trade Center in New York City. Those were 2 tall buildings in New York, and the crashes caused massive destruction. That same day, terrorists took over a plane and crashed into the Pentagon in Arlington, Virginia. The Pentagon is an important U.S. military building. There was also another plane. Terrorists took over a plane originally aimed at Washington, D.C., and crashed in a field in Pennsylvania. People on that plane fought back, and the plane did not reach its target. It went down in a field instead. So when you hear this question, remember the big idea first. Terrorists attacked the United States. If you want to be more specific, you can mention the World Trade Center, the Pentagon, or the plane crash in Pennsylvania. In the exam, you only need to say one correct statement. Any one is enough.
Quick recall. What major event happened on September 11, 2001 in the United States? Terrorists attacked the United States. Terrorists took over 2 planes and crashed them into the World Trade Center in New York City. Terrorists took over a plane and crashed into the Pentagon in Arlington, Virginia. Terrorists took over a plane originally aimed at Washington, D.C., and crashed in a field in Pennsylvania.